My name is Dan Hardock, and I've been teaching here at Alberta Bible College since 2017. Well, this coming winter semester, I'm going to be teaching the History of Christianity course, and most courses that have the word history in it usually cause people to start yawning. However, I've found that history is the subject that makes everything come together, because you'll get a chance to see people and movements whose faithfulness is directly responsible for what you believe and what you do even today. I think more than anything, I hope that students will get out of this the idea that we are actually part of a greater continuum, that what people did hundreds and in some cases even thousands of years ago still has influence and resonance today. That simple acts of faith and obedience can be world-changing. To give you an example, one of my heroes in history is St. Patrick. Here's a guy who ended up getting kidnapped as a kid, enslaved. He eventually escaped, and God called him back to go back to the people who had enslaved him. And you know what? He ended up helping convert that entire land. And at a time when the rest of Europe was falling apart, that the Roman Empire was falling apart, this little enclave, this little pocket of Christianity was growing at the very edge of the known world. One of the things that I enjoy doing in the History of Christianity course is I give students a chance to actually read some of the stuff that was written during the time we're studying. And so rather than hearing about the Middle Ages, you'll actually get to read something that was written in the Middle Ages. So you'll find out, who are these people? Like, what did they actually believe? How did they express themselves? And the funny thing is that most of the students with those assignments find out two things. One is, people back then thought very differently. But the second thing is, they knew the same God as I do. So even in the midst of a very different culture, different time, different issues, all this sort of stuff, Jesus remains the same. And the same Jesus that, say, St. Francis knew in the 1100s, you can know today. He's the same guy. The same spirit that worked through William Tyndale, when he was doing his English translation in the 1500s, he's the same spirit that's working in you today. Learning history is a little bit like doing a little bit of a survey of Christian leadership. I know it's really big these days in courses and things like that. You take leadership skills and you look at how to be an effective leader. In many ways, history is a study of effective Christian leaders. And if you're going for something that involves leadership, what I'd say is take History of Christianity, because what you're going to do is you're going to find out who the really significant leaders were. You'll also see some real spectacular failures, because we've got that in our history too. But hey, if we can't learn from our failures, what can we do? So I would say, if you want to be an effective leader in the church today, find out how we did it in the past.